Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. I hope everyone's well today. Welcome to everyone, returning viewers, new viewers, and subscribers in particular. Thank you all very much for your support. I appreciate your comments and the general fellowship of the community. It's been almost an exclusively fabulous experience for me. It is a sad day here at the homestead. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to our Jack yesterday. He had back-to-back seizures on Friday morning, and I took him up to our regular vet. He seemed to kind of recover, but unfortunately, overnight he didn't get better. He just got worse. So we made the tough decision to take him in. It was the weekend, it was Saturday, so we took him to the after-hours place, which is just as well, because everybody liked Jack, especially the people at the cat clinic where we took him, and they provided him great care. So thank you, Dr. Maloney and Tara and Tracy. Okay, so yes, so that's very sad. We're blessed to have had Jack for the time that we did. We had him for a good 7 years, and we gave him a heck of a lot better life than how he started out. He was a feral cat, born in the wild, and he was captured by the North Vancouver Animal Control, which is where we adopted him from. He was a great cat. He was a lot of fun, feisty little bum sometimes, but very affectionate, and of course we're going to miss him a lot. So that's enough of that. Onward and upward, as they say. And that phrase is very appropriate for the subject of today's review. Before we get into that, though, just a little thing here. I picked up one of these. I think most people know what they are. I've wanted one for quite a while, and this went on sale, so I got it. It's Tamiya brand. But I'm a bit disappointed. As on the top of the box here, it says made in you know where. That's not Japan. So, to my knowledge, I had thought that they do everything in Japan, but apparently not. I suppose this is probably considered an ancillary thing, as opposed to lets them focus on the model kits. I don't know. Okay, so here it is, and of course, you know, there's all sorts of different positions and clips and fun stuff. I think it was $30. $30 with free shipping, and so yeah, there it is. There you go. It's going to be especially handy because I use the rattle can spray quite a bit. I still have a very long way to go with airbrushing. Well, I have a very long way to go with everything, but it's a nice airbrush. It's an Iwata. Here we are. Viewers of the channel will have seen it before, and it's when it works, and I don't know if it's me or, you know, some of it's probably me, some of it's other things, but um, sometimes it works, and when it works beautifully. I've been very pleased with the results. Other times it doesn't work. I don't know if it's because of the paint. I've tried different airbrush paints. I've tried thinning my own, and actually that's where I've had the best results. And also the Vallejo Model Air. I've had good luck with that too. And it's a water soluble one, so that's good too. You know, it can get to be such a pain cleaning up even though they call the Tamiya stuff acrylic, it's got solvents or whatever in it too, and you need to use the Tamiya thinner or mineral spirits or whatever to clean your brushes. And for Vallejo paints, the regular paints, you do not want to use any kind of alcohol to clean them. For some reason, the alcohol just makes the paint all clump up, and just it's an absolute mess. So anyway, so that's the tips for today. Okay, and I had said, you know, onward and upward, I had mentioned previously, and that's particularly appropriate for today's subject. Something campy and corny. Now I know you James Bond fans. I'm a big fan of the Connery films, and the Daniel Craig ones were a lot of fun. Uh, um, you know, I don't want to get anybody upset, but you know, for me, for the Roger Moore era was kind of it almost took on a cartoonish quality. So, not what I and some pretty outrageous stuff too. So, but anyways, okay. So here it is, the AMT Space Shuttle with boosters, a 1/200 scale, 007 Moonraker kit. And we can see here, we've got Roger Moore, of course, front and center. And unfortunately, Miss Goodhead is covered by a sticker, but we'll resolve that in momentarily. We've got Jaws up here and Drax over here. So yeah, you know, it's stylized, whatever. You know, marketed for kids back in the day. And amazingly, yeah, unfortunately, they stickered this. It doesn't matter to me, but some people would want, you know, the pristine plastic sealed. But the box was not damaged in transit, which is pretty amazing for Amazon. I've actually only had one or two that have come. And yeah, this one was about $40, again with free shipping. Again on sale. Not a big sale. I think it was like $8 off or something like that. But anyways, excuse me. Okay, and so we'll get into this. So Jack's gone off to the local pet crematoria, and we'll have him back in a little box in a couple of weeks. Oh, and for those who don't know, Jack is the avatar that I use on my YouTube channel. So, okay, so here it is. And again, it's 1/200 scale, and there's the pretty lady. And of course, we've got the model kit front and center. This is fun at the back. Moonraker 6 cleared for launch. Out of this world features include rocket boosters, operating bay doors, extended external fuel tank, finely engraved details. Build all of the theatrical versions. And a top secret bonus, a detailed bay with payload. Ooh! There's also a dome display base, which is very nice. And unfortunately only for the upright position, or in the vertical, is that vertical? The vertical, yeah, in the vertical position. And it is AMT catalog number 1208. However, in doing the research, I discovered a couple of pretty interesting things. This actually started out as a Lindberg kit, which Round 2, which owns AMT as well, they own the rights to Lindberg as well. And it was a Lindberg kit of the Space Shuttle Discovery. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit more, along with a couple of other things. Okay. I said we'd talk about a couple of other things, and here's the first one. Okay, so initially, as I said, this was the Space Shuttle Discovery, call sign STS-41-D, and orbital vehicle designation OV-103. It was the third of the 5 operational orbiters to be built, and its first mission flew from August 30th to September 5th, 1984. It was in service for 27 years, and launched and landed 39 times, and accumulating more space flights than any other spacecraft to date. Discovery was the third, as previously mentioned, behind Columbia and Challenger. Lucky 3. And embarked on its final mission February 24th, 2011. And touched down on March the 9th. Discovery was also the first operational shuttle to be retired. And it was the shuttle that launched the Hubble Space Telescope and conducted the second and third Hubble service missions. It also launched the Ulysses probe and 3 TDRS satellites. Twice it was brought back into service after it was taken out of service. First in 1988 after the loss of the Challenger in '86, and then again in July 2005 and July 2006 after the Columbia disaster. Discovery was also the space shuttle that Project Mercury astronaut John Glenn, who was 77 at the time, flew in the Discovery, and that made him the oldest person to go into space at that time. It was finally retired on March the 9th, 2011. And it's now on display in Virginia at the Stephen V. Udvar Hazy Center. an annex of the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum. And rightly so. Okay, and so yeah, Space Shuttle was, in spite of the two disasters, not going to go into all of that, but it was a very successful program, and helped us to advance our presence in space. So the next thing I want to talk about is this fella here, Jaws. He was in 2 movies, and his name was Richard Kiel. He was born in Detroit, and he was 7 feet 2 inches tall. So he went into acting, and in addition to The Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker, he was Mr. Larson in Happy Gilmore, and he was also in the original Longest Yard, Silver Streak, Force 10 from Navarone, Pale Rider. He was with the bad guys, but he turned out to be a good guy. He saved the little girl from getting abused. So, anyways, and yeah, so he floated around with various different jobs. Of course, one of them was a nightclub bouncer. He also sold vacuum cleaners door to door. Can you imagine having this 7 foot 2 inch giant come to your door? Can I sell you a vacuum cleaner? Seriously. Anyways, he worked steadily, a lot in TV, and he was, if viewers will recall, the original Twilight Zone TV series episode, To Serve Man, where they had the giant aliens come and they had the book and etc., etc., etc. He was the guy who played the tall aliens. They made him out to be 9 feet tall, but it's not that much of a stretch, pardon the pun, from 7 feet 2 to 9 feet. In any case, and he did everything from I Dream of Jeannie to The Fall Guy, Wild Wild West. He was even in a Monkees episode. So, anyways, he had a good career, and for someone with giantism, he lived quite a long time. He lived, I think he was 74 or 75 when he passed away. And he eventually, it was, here it says, 3 days before his 75th birthday, he died from heart disease. So, and he struggled with alcohol through his life, but, still, 74, 75, that's not a bad run. So that's Richard Kiel, and he should be remembered well. He was a good actor. So, here we go. All right. I'm not expecting a lot from this kid. A step up from the Trumpeter submarine that I got just to sit on the shelf. This is a little more than that, and so we're going to look forward to that. Okay. Oh dear. Looks like we've got 1/200 scale instructions too. Okay, so we'll set the decals aside, the decals, or the decals, depending on where you live, where you're from, and how you talk. Okay, and okay, so yeah, we've got, yeah, you can tell this is a little different than other AMT stuff. Read this before you begin. Pre-paint, etc., etc. That's just kind of a general note. Okay. Alright, so we get a 1 screw bag. Alright, so let's see what we got here. And we start off, obviously, with the external fuel tank and boosters. There's one cone here. It's a little loose, but it's still okay. Cowling. Nice detail. Crisp lines. No flash. And then we've got the other side here. Oh, that one's broken off the sprue. This will be the top part where the shuttle attaches. And got some kind of radar. Looks like, I don't know. Oh no, this is probably the nose tip. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, a few other pieces. And here we have the space shuttle itself. 2 pieces of fuselage. Shuttle bay doors. Open the pod bay doors, Hal. And yeah, so here we've got the insert for the cargo bay. And the top secret satellite. It's too bad they didn't do this separately, because it might have been fun to do it with deployed on the arm, but it is what it is. And looks like we've got some other stuff here, etc., etc., etc. There we go. Okay. And we've got nice detail on the tiles here. The special tiles, the heat-resistant tiles. Only 2 pieces break off the sprue. Cowling and cone. But that's okay. They're not damaged, so that's all right. And then here we have the wings. Again, there's nice details with the tiles. And the engines. There we go. And of course, you know, this was not built for style either. So yeah, they've just, you know, they've, you know, they took advantage of, to rebox the kit and together some new decal set. There we go. Okay, so we got that back in the box, and here we go with the instructions. We get a very simple paint colors, no manufacturer, no recommended manufacturer, just the colors. And just a little bit of a glossary here, whatever, legend. And we start by assembling the wings. And then we put the fuselage together and put the cargo bay in. Put the wings on. Put the landing gear. You know what I'm talking about. This thing, the thing that closes it up. Which would have to be a pretty darn tight seal to not. Although I guess the least amount of heat was at the nose, but even so. Anyways, yeah. So here we go, and we've got the main thrusters, and then we've got the gimbaled maneuvering thrusters, and I'm not sure if these were gimbaled or not on the shuttle. Okay, and yeah, and so you know, then we've got the sides here that go on. And the cargo bay doors. Putting in the ancillaries. There's the cones. Yeah, that is the nose. I guess it's the nose of the solid boosters. Okay. These are the solid boosters. This is, I don't know, anyways. Okay, and then we've got us putting the shuttle on. And then it shows you how to affix it to the stand. So yeah, you might recall in the film that there were a whole bunch of space shuttles, and there was a huge space battle and all sorts of laser effects, and so we actually get numerous decal schemes, and we get Moonraker 1 to 6. So we should show them to you. There we go. And we've also got the U.S. Marine version, as you recall. They sent up us. Was it a company? I think it was a company of Marines. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, the AMT decals. I've had no problems with them. They go on pretty good. No complaints. And so, yeah, we've got Moonraker, Marines, and then, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And gold accents. Looks like we've got some control panel stuff here. All sorts of goodies. Okay. Alright, so now it comes down to ratings time. I use a 12-point system, 10 standard points, which consist of 2 points for packaging, up to 2 points for sprues, up to 3 points for parts, and up to 3 points for the instructions. Each of those 4 categories can get a quarter-point bonus for any wow factors. And then I allow a final up to a full bonus point for value. And, you know, a lot of things go into value. All of it's very subjective. I think I put together a pretty logical system. If you don't agree with something, respectfully leave a comment. If I'm wrong about something, respectfully leave a comment. I'm always happy to learn. Okay, so packaging. Yes. I'm not going to ding them for putting stickers on the plastic. Unlike a lot of Amazon packages, it arrived in good condition. The box isn't crushed. It's with the plastic off. It's absolutely pristine. And so, anyways, yeah. So and it's got some campy box art. So 2.25. They get a quarter-point bonus for that. For the sprues, that's a full 2 points. Everything was complete. There was very little, if any, flash. Didn't look to be any nasty ejection pin situations or bubbles, holes, anything like that. Parts, 3 full points. Quality plastic, good. Detail was good. There weren't any warped or broken parts. There was 2 parts that fell off there. But not damaged it anyway. Saves me cutting them off. And very nice decal set. Or decal set. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Usually I would, if I have the option, I would do U.S. Marines all the way. Hoorah! But this is a little different situation here. So, anyways, lots of time before that. A lot of things in the works as always. So yeah, so 3 points for the parts. Instructions 2.75. They were okay. It's a simple kit. There's nothing complicated about it. But there was no information on the subject at all, or the movie for that matter. But anyways, so yeah, so 2.75 there, and I'm gonna give it a. Yeah. Gonna give it a quarter point for value. I was considering half a point, but I think quarter point is going to be more appropriate. So I certainly wouldn't have wanted to pay more than I did for it, which is why I waited for it to go on sale. Yeah, but not knocking the kit at all. Would be a lot of fun, and it's a real piece of history. Not only movie history, but space history. And in spite of what I said earlier, there was amazing graphics and stuff in that space battle. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Yes, and yes, I was glad when Jaws met his girl, and they went off to populate wherever they went to populate. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's been good to do this and talk through and provide a little bit of information. It's what I love to do. And so thanks again. Thanks to all my subscribers. Up to 445 now. And special thanks to Zinzan, Peter Oxley, Steve 131. Hey man, thanks for all your support, all of you. Okay, so that's it for today, and something coming later this week, I think, and then that'll be it for kits for a while. I dropped a few down for people who might have been so desperate for something with Peter being away that they might watch one of my videos. So I hope those who did enjoyed it, as always. All right, well, thanks again, and everybody stay safe, and make sure you tell the people and things that you love them. Don't just tell them, show them. Okay, bye now.